Hey guys, Chris here with Strength and Steel Reviews, and today we're reviewing the PowerBlock Pro 100 EXPs. These are PowerBlock's most recent iteration of their beloved and long-standing EXP adjustable dumbbell line. Now, they have made some new modifications to enhance and improve upon older models, and mostly they are for the better. But there are some changes that they made that, as I have loudly proclaimed in my thumbnail, make these dumbbells far from perfect. Let's talk about it. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to anyone that's watching this video, to any of my subscribers. I'm really enjoying running this review channel, and I wouldn't be able to do that without you. And if by the end of this video, you decide you want to buy these super expensive adjustable dumbbells, I'll provide a link in the description. Support the channel, buy it through there. Okay, so PowerBlocks have been around for a long time, since the 90s. Overall, a lot of their success has come from their simple design, which has been a gateway towards durability. People who are spending a lot of money on adjustable dumbbells want to know that they last, and PowerBlocks are known for lasting. There's a simple magnetic pin that you slide into each of these rods, and each of these rods connects to a set of nesting, interlocking plates that stack upon one another. The system itself is really simple, and it is because of that simplicity, that lack of complicated engineering, that these things are so reliable. It also doesn't hurt that they have a 5-year warranty. PowerBlock clearly believes in their product, and they have every right to. They've been around for nearly 3 decades. And that's good, if not imperative, considering the price. So for these Pro 100s, as in the full 100-pound set, I paid $1,200. Now, if you don't want to shell out $1,200 right off the bat, which I understand, then you can actually buy just the 40-pound version, and you can expand over time. That said, even the 40-pound version, the 40-pound pair, is still gonna cost you $540, which is considerably more than the PowerBlock's EXPs that start off at $399 and start off at 50 pounds. Now, those are a dated model, these are new, and as I said, there are a bunch of different improvements that make them worthy of a consumer's consideration, but they're expensive. Now, if you're like me and you're a home gym geek, you like to have 100-pound dumbbells, it's nice, but for most people, they're gonna be okay with 60, 70, 80-pound dumbbells. So unless you're sure that you definitely want 100 pounds, might be a good idea, start at 40, go from there. All right, so if you're unfamiliar with PowerBlocks, then you're probably surprised by how enormous they are. These things are massive. They're boxy, they are distinct, they are certainly easy to pick out of a lineup. And that would be certainly one of their cons, but it's been a con that has existed since the dawn of PowerBlocks, and I wouldn't expect that to change anytime soon. PowerBlocks have been large in design, they will probably forever remain large in design. If you love PowerBlocks, you accept that. Speaking of which, if you love PowerBlocks, let me know in the comments. If you hate PowerBlocks, let me know in the comments. So yeah, they're big and they're boxy. I do like how they have flat ends so you can rest them on your knees before you perform an exercise like a press. Often when I'm preparing to do a press, I don't want to think about having to balance the adjustable dumbbells on my knees like I would with those Ativa Fit adjustable dumbbells or those Kepis that I just reviewed. I want to just settle in and I want to prepare for the lift. That said, if you can't already tell, these are not going to feel like your traditional dumbbells that you would find at Gold's Gym. They're big, they're bulky, and they also have a semi-closed cage design. That would lead me to one of the first big positive improvements that PowerBlock has made upon this iteration. Now, ordinarily, they had a complete closed cage design. It was like I've described shoving your hand into a mailbox. But here, they've actually removed a few layers off of the top, those 2 large bars that were on the previous rendition of the EXPs. So they feel much more open overall. I wouldn't classify them as an open cage because they still have these rods that connect these interlocking plates, but they are more open, which I like because I've been on the record saying, I don't really like closed cage adjustable dumbbells. To me, these are still closed cage dumbbells. So if you don't like that feeling, you're probably gonna wanna move right along. But if you know PowerBlocks, you know exactly how it feels. I would say this definitely feels better. Another really positive improvement that PowerBlocks have made upon this line, we have knurled handles now. It's not rubber. I never liked rubber grips. Some dumbbells I can tolerate it, but with a dumbbell that I'm willing to invest either $540 or up to $1,200 in, I want something that feels right. Well, these handles are knurled, but they're also massive. These are 38mm handles. So if you don't like large grips, this will not suit you. Initially, I thought that the 38mm handles would throw me off. I know the TrueLaps have 36mm handles. I've got those coming in. And my Rep Pepins have 34mm handles. So these are significantly larger than my Rep Pepins. But overall, I don't feel bothered by that. And I'm not saying that so that you run out and buy these dumbbells. I just don't. I actually think I really prefer it for a lot of presses, even curls. It was a pleasurable experience. I didn't mind it at all. And I should mention, the knurling itself is not too aggressive. It's probably leaning a little towards passive, but I think they're just right. They feel really comfortable. They don't dig into my palms, but my grip does feel tight and secure. Overall, they feel really good to use. They do feel balanced, except when you're using like the 20-pound or 10-pound weight increment. I have to wrestle with these adder weights, which I absolutely detest. To me, this is my least favorite component of this dumbbell. I don't like any adjustable dumbbell where the 2.5 or 5-pound increments aren't implemented into the design of the dumbbell. And PowerBlock uses these 2.5-pound cylinders to slide into their unit. There's 2 of them, each is 2.5 pounds. And here, it does not feel balanced. It doesn't. Even if it did, I don't think I would like it because I want it to feel like one unit. And here it's imbalanced, it kind of falls to one side. And to change out these rods, you have to have the lightest weight already set. So you can't just swap them out at 40 or 50 or 60. I don't like the extra step. I find it to be cumbersome, clunky. I just think there's a better way to do that. The adjustment system with this magnetic pin is also archaic and simple, but I don't mind it. I think it's easy. You just have to slide it into the rod in which you so desire, whatever weight, so this would be 20. And sometimes you line them up improperly, but with practice it gets better. But that's an example of something really simple in the PowerBlock design that I think works really well. There is something that I should point out that I don't see a lot of people talking about, which is awesome about PowerBlocks, and it follows through here. There's no cradle. You can take these dumbbells anywhere you want. If you set it to 100 pounds, for instance, I take this, I pick it up, I bring it with me. I can work out outside. The cradle is the dumbbell, which is really cool. Because of the structure of the PowerBlocks, it does allow you to be mobile and to be creative with your workouts. Again, simplicity here is king. Now, another improvement that they have made that I think works really well, they've coated all their plates in urethane, which is just some kind of plastic, but it's better at absorbing contact with the ground. So if you drop them a lot, then these urethane-coated plates are gonna help. They absorb shock much better on all surfaces and generally just lead me to believe that these are more secure, that they're better protected. And generally, I should mention that I think the PowerBlocks just look awesome. I've said that about previous models and it applies the most here. I mean, they have a color-coded legend that corresponds with the color of each rod, that makes it much easier to use this magnetic pin to select your appropriate weight. And generally, I think the colors add a lot of flavor. And though they are really big, I think that PowerBlock aesthetic has been successful and has sold really well throughout the years for good reason. They have style. And if they're gonna be sitting around in your garage or your basement all the time, they should have style. Something that is also really cool about these, because I'm gonna use these in my personal training gym, would be you can turn these into kettlebells and you can turn them into a straight bar or an easy bar. You can use the same dumbbells, you just have to buy those separate bars, those separate attachments, which is really cool. I don't have them yet, but I'm going to, and that saves even more space, which is good because we like saving space. And yeah, so when I say that they're far from perfect, I mean that. PowerBlocks have always been far from perfect, but for me, those adder weights, those rods, really inhibit my experience, which is why I would be hesitant to have this in my own garage gym, because I do like a fast changing adjustment system. If we're talking about other high-end models, how do these compare? We gotta talk premium adjustable dumbbells, we gotta talk Rep Pepin, Nuobell, and I guess TrueLaps. Now, the TrueLaps go up to, I think, 92 pounds, and those are about 800 bucks. I haven't tried them yet, they're coming, but those are much cheaper, but they do go 8 pounds less, and they're definitely going to be less durable. Now, my Rep Pepins go up to 100 pounds, and they can be upgraded to go all the way up to, I think, 120 or 125 pounds. Those are similar in price, and most would proclaim those as the king of all adjustable dumbbells. The Rep Pepins are only another 100 bucks. Now, those are going to be much smaller in size. They're really cool looking too, and probably as durable, if not more durable than these. They're really cool adjustable dumbbells. So if you're trying to decide between the two and you're not a PowerBlocks fanatic, you might want to consider the Rep Pepins. Their adjustment system is certainly a little bit faster. It's got this pop pin system, which I've discussed in my review, if you want to check that out. And then there's of course the Nuobells, as we round off this trio of the most popular high-end premium adjustable dumbbells. The Nuobells have become pretty well known for lacking the durability of at least the Rep Pepins and certainly the PowerBlocks, but they have that awesome quick change system. They're really sleek, they're really cool. If you don't drop adjustable dumbbells a lot, it probably doesn't matter anyway. So who are these for? Well, if you don't care about a super fast adjustment system and you're valuing durability first and foremost, and you like the simplicity of the PowerBlocks design, then these are probably for you. If you're gonna toss them around, if you're gonna beat them up, these are a great option. They are extremely well engineered. They are very well built. And again, I think the addition of a knurled handle, not a rubber handle, is awesome. The handle is big, it does not bother me. It is the biggest adjustable dumbbell handle that I've used. If you are opposed to that, you're not gonna like this. Also, they're big, they're blocky, they're boxy, but if you're considering them, you probably already know that. But in general, I really appreciate them. They're not going to be for my home gym, but they are going to be for my personal training gym. Otherwise, let me know in the comments if you guys have tried these, or if you think there's another adjustable dumbbell that I should try, and I'll get to that soon. You guys take care, stay strong, and stay steely, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.